Okay, so because it's the beginning of the month and there wasn't an updated board, I'm not really going to do recognition, but because Ashley's on, she has, if she qualifies this month for Success Club, she'll be a success starter. So that's exciting.
Yay! I feel like the first one, by the way, like from our team.
Yeah.
Let's say, what does that even mean exactly?
So the Success Starter is where you get the free ticket to Summit, and then you get to be part of a test group. So you are part of like the people that will try out a new program before it's even launched.
So like possibly even Control Freak.
Control Freak already has theirs, I think. Right?
I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah. But yeah, so like the next program, you'll be invited to be like the first people ever to do it. On top of that for you get your free trip, like your free ticket for Summit. So that's exciting. Amy would. Oh. So that's exciting. And then updates today, Pumpkin Spice Shakeology came out. I know Roxanne's over the moon excited for that one. It is the flavor or the product of the month, so make sure to drop it in Level Up Lifestyle. Get your challengers in there, talk about it. It typically does sell pretty fast. This is year 3, I think, of Pumpkin Spice. So I know last year they kind of had it figured out how much they needed. So it should be better than like salted caramel lasting wise, but it's still gonna go quick and it's limited time. So if you want it, snag it. Also, this week, the 30-day breakaway sample workout comes out at the end of the month, which is the one that kind of conditions you to like running and like you end with a 5K. So that's fun, perfect for fall weather because I don't think anyone wants to run in 100-degree weather. So that comes out this month. I'm trying to think what else. There was one other thing. MBF challenge packs are still $160 this month, so that's exciting. Also, so the 2 nutrition programs come with MBF, obviously. They also added it to the 10-round challenge packs. As well as this month, it will be added to the normal just Beachbody On Demand membership. So if they were to do like the Shakeology or the Performance Pet Line challenge pack with just the subscription, not like a specific program, they'll also get both the nutrition programs. So that's awesome as well. And super exciting. And the price isn't changing. They're just adding it right on there because they're amazing that way. So I think that's really it for updates. It's September, which is insane. Or that I just can't comprehend that it's already September. I don't know if anyone else is feeling it, but I am. I have a feeling it's going to be a good month. I know last month a lot of us had talked about being in a funk, and we're going to get out of it. We all have to go through seasons. We all feel it, and that's okay. But we also all have each other to help get out of that funk. So I can kind of feel myself getting on the mend out of that funk. I hope others are as well. So let's freaking crush September. It's only the 2nd, so we have an entire month to be awesome. Also, if you weren't on last week, we always have the 21-day new challenger mashup. Starts the first Monday of the month. So next week, Monday, will be that in bod groups. And then we are going to be running another free group. It is, I think, let me look. So the 21st through the 27th is going to be the free group. We'll do it just like we did the last one, right on Facebook. We can get a new sign-up sheet so everyone can get their stuff scheduled, get people in there. We kind of did it so that we could really hit our Success Club and everything the first few weeks, and then start adding those that have all those objections and time and money excuses and plop them in there. And then we can also, let's say you didn't hit Success Club or your goal or whatever it is, we can still snag them up those last few days or cross over into the next, really have a setup for October as well. So that is that. I Oh, the dates. So the first Monday, so next Monday is our 21-day New Challenger mashup. That's the 21 days. And then the 21st through the 27th is the free group on Facebook. So my plan with that too, because I know there's going to be a lot of people that are going to continuously want to be in free groups, and I'm going to tell them like you can be, but it's going to be the exact same thing every time. So just let them know that if they want it, obviously they can repeat it. And I'm going to tell you a lot of people are in those free groups and don't actually do anything. So I'm going to offer them to I thought about not adding them into it, but I'll keep adding them into it. I don't care, because they'll kind of see the community aspect of it. And maybe they'll do like one of the workouts each time and then decide they need to just jump on board. So that's kind of my plan. You do what you feel is right. I personally don't start inviting to it until either I've hit Success Club or I have people totally have objections. Like I'll send an invite and they're like, absolutely not this month. Like I just don't have money. And then I'll talk about it. So you just kind of have to find your groove. It'll be fun. It'll be good. I think this last group went pretty good, like as well, like as far as participating and everything. So that's nice. Other than that, I think that's all we really have this month. I am late on getting that bingo card out. I'm sorry. I will get it out tomorrow. I promise. I will send it out there. I think it's in the Team Decide to Rise group. I will take you. Let me write it down so I don't forget. Because I had posted the sheet that I send out to everyone when they get started for the new mashup, and it has it all on there as well. So I will tag you in it, and if it's not the one that doesn't have the month of May on it, I have one that is blank. So I will send that to you. There was something else you guys commented that I needed to do. Maybe not. Okay. So that's that. But does anyone have questions? Anything about this month, last month, anything to say? No? Okay. So today we're going to be talking and doing, we're going to make you do things, connections. And I know this is something that I think all of you, again, everything is you have to find your groove, and you're going to be annoyed by everyone saying that. I know. I wish there was like a secret to everything we do, and there's not. So we're going to go through a couple things of what we do. So I'm going to like share my screen. I'll show you what I do, and then we're going to do it the first one, like each one for like 15 minutes. And that's really all we do I know that's all I really do every day is exactly what I'm going to show you. And I typically do it right away in the morning, right before I go to bed. And then if I have any like spare time in between the day that I don't want to do something I don't want to track, I will just connect. So I'm going to start with Instagram. I will show you what I do, and then I will set a timer. Obviously, if you have questions, let me see if I can actually share my screen. And if I seem like I have a lot of energy, I'm drinking go-go juice right now at 9 o'clock at night, so don't read them. I have to go to work after this. Let's see. So I go to Instagram. Typically, I do it on my phone because it's a lot easier, but obviously I wish. And I will just type in, like, I think I did this one recently, so I don't know how much I'll have to do. So I'll just type in, like, a location that I'm going to go to soon, or I want to go to, or I like, or fits my style, or whatever it is. And I will go to most recent, and I will literally just click on it, go to their profile, see if they'll like fit my vibe, whatever. And then I like it, comment, like this is absolutely beautiful. I don't know if I can even type right now. And then I will just go and like at least 3 of their pictures, somehow up to 5. I don't totally spam them like that. I'll look if they have a story because that's easier to interact with. Looks a little less creeperish to some people, I don't know. So I'll interact with their story and then like some pictures or comment and like some pictures. And then I'll just go back. Okay, go back. Maybe. Back. Okay. And then I'll just keep doing that throughout this hashtag. Like I will just continue. This is a photo. So this is another thing I do. Like let's say I obviously follow a lot of photographers. So typically they'll tag them. This person didn't. So I'll go and like click on the person that's tagged in the photo and see if I work with them or like vibe with them. So yeah, I just go to any hashtag. Like you could even do like hashtag pumpkin spice latte if you like pumpkin spice and see who's tagged that most recently. And just go like their stuff. I could comment like super cute swimsuit. Where is it from? And then like another one, and that's it. Like it really doesn't have to be complicated. So this is what I like to call the hashtag method for connecting. So actually, does anyone have any questions on that? I can't see the chat if there's any.
Roxy, she can't see the chat.
Hold on, I can see it now. Do you follow each person you interact with or no, I do. I personally do not. I will only really follow those if I like feel like I want to follow them, as in I want to see their content really. A lot of times I will have a folder in my collections. I haven't done this since like April actually, so I can't say a lot of times, but it worked well. So there is a collections tab in Instagram, and a lot of times, let's see if I can do it. I can't do it on my desktop. So a lot of times I'll create a collections folder for those that I interact with, and I will save one of their pictures to like April connections so that I know to go interact with them again. Lately, I haven't been doing it, but that's an option. But I personally do not follow them unless I want to like actually see their content. And then if they follow me back or interact with me back, I'll kind of go back and forth on it. Like with them, like when they like my stuff, I'll go like their stuff. Anyone that likes my photos, I'll go like interact with that night, and stuff like that. So that's really how I keep that connection back and forth. So no, I personally don't follow them. You absolutely can if you feel like you want to see their content. But you want to try and keep the people that you are following, that number, under the amount of followers that you have, if that makes sense. Like you don't want to be following 2,000 people and only have 500 followers. It looks bad for the Instagram algorithm. So that's just why I do that. If that makes sense or answers your question. So let's actually do the hashtag method is what I'm going to call it for 10 minutes. I will set a timer. We will do that for 10 minutes. And obviously I will leave the chat up on my side so that I can see anything, or just unmute yourself if you come across any questions.
Can you write all those people down and no, follow back up with them?
No, because I'm just connecting with them. I don't. Okay, so there's about a minute left. Does anyone have questions? How did that go? How does it feel? Was anyone doing anything similar to that before? Yeah, no, ish. Okay, we got all spectrums here. All right. Well, as you finish that up, I am going to show you another way. So next, I want to just show you like the tag method I was talking about. Let's see. So a lot of times, like I said, it's not gonna load. I relate to
You froze big time last night.
what? What?
You froze.
Oh, yeah, it like went out. I'm sure it's my internet. It's great. Okay, so I typically go to like photographers and stuff because that's what I relate with. But obviously, like I'll just go to like a page that would tag, or even if you are scrolling and you're following someone and they have a friend, like a picture of a group and they have people tagged. I will show you, this is the one that did our team pictures. I've already kind of connected with a lot of these, but so she tags people, obviously. This person isn't actually tagged. Let's see. So I'll just click on their name because I see them. I'll go, her account's private, so that's not helpful. I don't think, okay, well, we'll just go to her personal page. So let's just say this is a random person on her page. She doesn't even have her on there. Sorry, friends. Okay, so Abby Watsky, is she private? Darn it. Okay, so I will go to these people's profile. If they are not private, I will do exactly what I did with like the hashtags. I think this video is important. And I will just interact. So I think I already, yeah, so I've already interacted with this girl, but I'll just like it, comment on a picture, like 3 to 5 pictures. So that I call like the tag method. So just go to a bigger page or literally just scroll through your page, look for group pictures, go to the tags. So you're kind of connecting with all like similar people, which can help because it also can come up in conversation where they're just talking, be like, yeah, this girl on Facebook I saw did this, and they're like, oh, you're following her too? Like, cool. So they connect that way, like whatever. So I call that the tag method. I'm not going to actually have us do it right now, just because you kind of have to find like the page and stuff like that. But that's another idea for connecting, super easy. A lot of times I will do that when I feel like I just want to scroll social media, but I don't just scroll anymore. So anytime, like I'll just see who's all tagged and connect with it there. The next one is really connecting with those that you already follow and that are already following you and interacting with your stuff. So I will show you how to do this on Instagram as well as Facebook, and then we'll do another 10 minutes of it wherever you want to go. So one option is go to those that are following you or that you are following and just click on it and start connecting. One cool thing about Instagram is this ring means they have a story, and you can literally click on it from right there and interact with their story. So a lot of times if I don't feel like going through the hassle of like going through all of their posts, or if they don't post often and I already connected with them, I don't want to like go back 6 months and have to comment on something because that's just weird. So sometimes I'll just go through and everyone that has a story, I will interact in their story, or I will go to their page if they don't have a story. So that's an option to do that with people that are already following you or that you are following. Same with those that are interacting with your posts. So go to your post, go to who's liked it, and connect. Again, it shows you exactly, it does this on your phone too. It'll have the ring, go interact with their stories. A lot of times I'll start with that, like everyone that has a story, and then everyone that didn't have a story, I'll go to their post. Like it's 30 people, half hour, 15 minutes, whatever it is, connect. Because again, Instagram likes when you're connecting with those that are connecting with you, and it's good to keep a relationship and kind of go back and forth, and your stuff will be popping up on theirs and theirs will be popping up on yours. So that is what I like to call connecting, interaction connections, whatever it is. That's how I do that on Instagram. Same with through your story. Whoever, I don't know if Instagram will show you. It will. So same, go to who's watching your story. Same exact thing. Just go connect with them. It's probably going to be a lot of the same people that are interacting with your posts, but you never know. So that is how I do it on Instagram. And then on Facebook, it's a little different for connecting wise, but not awful. So again, I will go to who's liking my stuff. Again, Facebook has updated. So now they show you who has a story, which is really awesome. I just seen this, so that had to have been new. Go interact with their story, or same thing, she's already in Level Up Lifestyle, but I'll show you. Go and just like a couple of their posts and comment. Like, I already really kind of do with her. But same kind of theory of Instagram. Interact with their stories, post. Also, a big thing too is I have worked on growing my Facebook friends, so I have a lot. So it would be impossible for me to go through 4,500 friends and connect with them all in one day. So a lot of times I will be like, okay, today I'm going to connect with people that start with the letter A and B, and just go and connect with all those people. And I actually think this month, I thought about it yesterday, I'm going to write down, and like each day I'm going to go through a different letter of the alphabet to connect with on Facebook, because then it kind of separates it out. So maybe my challengers are all going to sign up are all going to be starting with the letter like A through B for the first month, whatever it is. But that's a way to connect. Just go to your friends, start clicking on their profiles, and start showing some love. This is one, going to create that friendship. Two, get them to start seeing your profile more, because that's just how it works. And then they're going to start like interacting and seeing what you're doing. So that's how I do it. It's basically the same on Instagram and Facebook when I connect with people that are already watching me and stuff, but nothing crazy. But it's really important to keep those relationships with old people as well. So on that, any questions? I know I kind of talked fast. No. Okay, so we're gonna do reconnect or interaction connects, or friends connect, whatever you want to call it. I like to put hashtags with it for 10 minutes. So I will start a timer and we'll start connecting. And again, if you have questions, unmute yourself or drop it in the chat. I have my chat up so I can see you.
Babe, were you gonna have some of this?
we're down to a minute left. So wrap up where you are. Another thing that I like to do, so one of my things that I, not sacrifice, but I've given up is really like watching TV and just randomly scrolling social media, but I promise you it still happens. But I've just made it really conscious that if I'm on my phone, I want to make it productive. So if I catch myself just scrolling Facebook, I'm like, why are you doing this right now? Like, this is useless. But a way to make it that sometimes like you just want to scroll Facebook and not worry about having to connect with people like intentionally and stuff. So I make it a rule that if I'm scrolling Facebook, I need to be liking and commenting like consistently. Like if I'm scrolling past people, just like a post. Obviously, if you absolutely don't agree with it, don't just like it. You can still be a human being with like real thoughts, real human, like whatever. You can still be human. You don't have to fake your connections. But there's plenty of posts that you can like and just throw a comment up there, even if it's your outfit is cute, I super freaking love it, or whatever, like looks like such a fun time. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. People really don't think you're being weird. If you're friends with them on Facebook, you can comment and like on their stuff. Same with Instagram, like you're gonna be the only one making it weird. Stop making things weird. So that's just another thing, that if you just want to scroll Facebook, like even if you're sitting on the toilet, let's be real, if you're sitting on the toilet and you just want to scroll some Facebook or Instagram, like and comment on some stuff, like make it productive. It's simple. So that's just another thing. Like connections, I think, are really intimidating, but they don't have to be. And I promise you, I was at the same boat where I'm like, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Like this is so weird, but it's not. We're just making it weird. So connect even when you're just scrolling. And then that is really what I do for my connections. So I find new people by going to hashtags, from, like I said, I think I threw it in the chat too. I'll go to locations I'm going to go to recently, locations I like, camping, mom related stuff, toddler stuff, dairy-free stuff, like anything I can relate to, photographer stuff. That's really how I find new people, as well as people I'm already friends with and their friends, and the people they tag. And then going to the tag method, like I said, those are the people they tag, and then really connecting with those that are following me, liking me. If in your notifications now on Instagram as well, if someone likes your post, it will also show you that story ring, and you can again connect right there. So they've really made it super easy to connect. So anyone that likes my stuff, I have a lot of coaches that aren't even like immediate, like you guys that like my stuff. I don't make it as intentional to connect back with them because I obviously talk to them and they're seeing my stuff, but I don't have a reason to have to connect with them on a personal level like that. But if I have anyone new, there's people that come across my posts that aren't following me, it's the first post they've ever seen. I'll just go and interact with their story or like their stuff. So really just paying attention to who's liking your stuff, interact with them. It's super quick, super easy. Don't overcomplicate it. Set a timer for 15 minutes and be like, I need to connect for 15 minutes, or right before you go to bed, or pockets of time. This is something super, super simple that we all really overcomplicate, like everything else in this business. So don't make it one more thing that you're stressed about, that you're scared to do. Don't. It's dumb. Don't do it. You're stressing yourself out for no reason. So that's really how I do my connections. Cassie, do you do anything else really aside from that? Or I think that kind of just covers the connection part. You really just need to like and comment on some stuff.
That's basically it. I do have okay, so a long time ago, I went through all of my people that I was following on my Instagram, because I've had Instagram for probably since it came out, basically probably 8 years. And I had followed people way back when I had different interests, and you just you never look at their posts or anything, you just scroll right past them. So what I decided to do was unfollow basically anybody that I wasn't really interacting with their posts. So I ended up having like way less people that I was following than I had followers. So now what I do is I usually follow like 3 to 5-ish people that I actually enjoy looking at their feed. Like Essence said, like don't just follow somebody to follow somebody, but I also follow them if they look like they could be a potential person that I would approach to invite. So I, like she said, like 3 to 5 pictures, comment on 1, sometimes 2, depending on if you can do it. Also, another thing I suggest is if there's ever like somebody asking a question on their post, like if they have a lot of followings, I usually try to stick to people that have less following than I do, is basically what I go by. If I'm going to follow them or not, unless you just genuinely like their stuff, like that's fine too. But if I'm going to actually like approach them and stuff, it's usually I go like basically under 2,000 followers is basically what I go for. Somebody that is genuinely interacting with whoever that follows them. So anyway, sorry, back to that. If somebody asks a question on their post, try to answer it for them if you know the answer. Like if you saw where they got their jeans already, like comment and have like conversations in people's stuff if you can. Whenever you like compliment them and if they say thank you back, always send back like you're welcome. Like try to have that continuous conversation on their post. Yes. And that's what I pretty much do. And then what I do is I wait to see if they follow me back. If they follow me back, I go ahead and like 2 to 3 more pictures. If they don't follow me back, then a couple days later, if I'm not actually enjoying what they're posting or they don't post and they're not active, because like sometimes they just aren't active and they don't have anything for me to engage with, then I go ahead and unfollow them. I know that sounds kind of petty, but and you don't usually want to play like the unfollow follow game, but that's usually when you follow like 50 to 60 people and then you unfollow them 3 days later. But like a couple people here and there, and if they're not suiting your needs and if they're not following you back and they're not active on Instagram, it's going to do the same thing. Like if you're not able to interact with them, what's the point of following them? So that's kind of how I keep mine like under my follow. Usually, like I said, like I went through a lot, and in the beginning it's hard because if you're just starting an Instagram account or you like barely, if you have like 200 followers, you're obviously going to follow more people at first, but eventually it'll go up a lot quicker. Like I remember Essence and I were sitting at Summit last year and we were at like what 600-700 followers, and like
we were struggling so hard.
I know, and we didn't even like
connect really.
There's been the last couple months where we both haven't really been focusing on Instagram growth, and we're like, I like doubled that from last year. So, I mean, just it seems like it's it seems like it takes a really long time, but think about it. Even if one person follows you every single day on average, you're still gaining almost 400 followers a year. And the more followers you get, the higher Instagram prioritizes your stuff to go on like a mainstream feed.
And another thing too, like Rex, I started at like 600 last summit that we like our first summit. I was at like 600. And another thing too, Instagram is constantly getting rid of like inactive accounts, accounts like I mean I've had my Instagram for a long time too, like when it came out. So people that are just not doing anything, spammed accounts, like they're getting rid of that. So like if your numbers are dropping, and I have a hard time with this too, where I'm like, are you kidding me? Like I just got all these followers and I'm dropping again. Like what is going on? It's a good thing because one, that's more people that are actually like-minded, potentially like people you can actually vibe with. Not even, I have connected with so many people, even in different businesses than us, that could potentially be challengers still because they're in like a makeup business, but just people that I can learn from. And we've like, I'm a success partner with a girl that's not even in coaching. She does makeup and stuff. So just the connections and friendships you find are amazing, but don't focus solely on the number. And I get caught up in this often too, but just focus on those that are interacting with your posts and everything else. Roxanne, I wrote down on there too, like for like next month's team call ideas, like Instagram algorithms and stuff. it's constantly changing, but there really is like a base of like things to do, not to do, and stuff like that that we can kind of go over. So I have that written down. Obviously, when we ask again, because I'm sure that I will forget at some point, I will try not to. I will write it on the list in my notes. But we're gonna start asking you guys like every month what your ideas are. So if you remember, bring it up again. But obviously we want to be reconnecting with those we're already friends with, because that's important. We need to be like professional friend makers. But these are just really simple, easy ways. It's literally all I do, and it will come. I promise people are watching you that you don't even know are watching you. It's insane how many people come out of the woodwork, how many don't. So yeah. Does anyone have questions on anything connecting, upcoming September events, anything?
Sorry, like I think it was like Mondays or something. Suggestions of like our verbiage.
Oh, for the invites, yeah. So Allie was supposed to make a post about like a poll too. We're gonna start doing like check-ins as well, kind of like, I know Cassie and I's team cup and Ashley and everything. We kind of did like a daily check-in. We're gonna start doing it weekly. I think it was, right, Cassie, every Monday.
I think so, yeah.
So we're just gonna kind of test some things out. So I think in that same one, so we're gonna do a poll, and it's just gonna be like, what was your personal development? Did you show up in your social media today? Did you show up in your feed? Did you work out? Did you invite? And I think right on there, we can do in the comments, drop your invite right now or whatever it is. So that one, it helps us all figure out, like maybe someone else has a really good invite that you really like and can change up a little bit to fit you. Sometimes we get stumped. So I will write it down. I will ask Allie if she still wants to post it. Otherwise, I will schedule it for Mondays. So yes, thank you for reminding me about, I forgot about the invite part that we talked about. So I think we can add that right into that poll. So it all will be in one place. So we're gonna kind of test it out like weekly, maybe more, maybe less, we'll see. So we're thinking Mondays, which I think is good because it's in like the middle of the coaching week. So sometimes like the weekend's defeating, but we still have till Wednesday that week. So I think it might give a little push too, to be like, okay, I need to do this. Like I got it. So.
And if you're like pushing for a goal, or maybe towards the end of the month, we can increase it too, you know, to make sure that we're all like
really pushing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of trial and error right now. Obviously, if anyone has suggestions on it, please let us know. We had talked about a message thread, but I feel like there's a lot of us, and I know that I feel drowned in group messages right now between coaching and everything else. I think that there's so many message threads to like keep up with. So I think that doing it right in the group will be good. I still tag all my coaches because everyone I've talked to about it was like, yeah, otherwise I don't see it half the time. So I'm gonna keep tagging you. I still see you, and if you don't show up, I'm gonna continue to tag you. So yes, we will do that. Is there any other questions, thoughts, concerns, shout outs, feelings, anything? I really hope I don't crash tonight because I am like way energized right now. Holy buckets.
I am not. So good night, ladies.
All right. Well, I will get the recording up. I think this will be a good reference too if you ever feel like, I don't know what to do for connections. I also think that I'm just going to throw up there right in the caption too, like my hashtags with a little description of how long like I typically do it for if I were to do the timer method. So you can always reference that as well. But so is Allie good? Yeah. Yes. She worked. That's why she's not on. So. All right. Well, on that note, I hope you guys all have a good night. All of you, please get some sleep for me. So, bye guys.